Being in debt feels like carrying a heavy weight. It presses down on you every single day. You might feel overwhelmed just thinking about it. Shame is another common feeling. People often hide their debt from friends and family. They feel embarrassed about their financial situation. This secrecy can make the burden even heavier to bear. Anxiety also comes knocking. You worry about making payments, you stress about phone calls from collectors, sleepless nights become normal. This constant worry affects your health, your relationships, and your overall peace of mind. It's a tough place to be, folks. The psychological barriers are real. Debt can make you feel like a victim. You might think there's no way out. This feeling of helplessness is a trap. It keeps you stuck in the same cycle of borrowing and stress. You might start believing that debt is just a normal part of life. But I'm here to tell you that it's not normal, and it's certainly not healthy. You deserve better than a life controlled by lenders. It's time to break free from that victim mentality. It's time to stop letting debt dictate your emotions and your future. You have the power to change your circumstances. It's time for a mindset shift. You need to move from feeling like a victim to becoming an action taker. This is a crucial first step. You are not defined by your debt. Your past mistakes do not have to control your future. You can choose to take control of your money. You can choose to fight back against those debt chains. This journey won't be easy, but it will be worth it. Think about the freedom you'll gain. Think about the peace of mind you'll achieve. It starts with believing that you can do this. You are capable of changing your financial story. Remember, you are in charge of your destiny, not your creditors. Taking responsibility is empowering. It means you're no longer blaming others or your circumstances. Instead, you're focusing on what you can control. And you can control your actions, your spending, and your effort. This shift in thinking is the foundation upon which your debt-free future will be built. So take a deep breath. Acknowledge the feelings, but don't let them paralyze you. Decide right now that you are going to win with money. Decide that you are going to live a life free from the crushing weight of debt. The first practical step to getting out of debt is to know exactly where you stand. You can't fight an enemy you can't see. So it's time to take a complete inventory of all your debts. This means listing out every single person or company you owe money to. Don't leave anything out, no matter how small or insignificant it seems. Gather all your statements, bills, and any letters from creditors. This might feel uncomfortable or even scary, but facing the truth is absolutely necessary if you want to make real progress. You need a clear picture, a financial snapshot. For each debt, you need to write down several key pieces of information. First, list the name of the creditor. Is it a credit card company, a student loan provider, a car loan, or a medical bill? Next, write down the total amount you currently owe for that specific debt. Be precise. Don't guess or round down. Then, find out the interest rate for each debt. This is a critical number because high interest rates are what keep you trapped in debt for longer. Finally, note the minimum monthly payment required for each one. This will give you a baseline for your current obligations. Organize this information in a way that makes sense to you. You can use a simple notebook, a spreadsheet on your computer, or a dedicated debt tracking app. The important thing is to have it all in one place. Seeing the grand total of your debt might be a shock. It might even make you feel a little sick to your stomach. That's okay, it's a normal reaction. But remember, this is not a moment for despair. This is a moment of clarity. This detailed list is your battle plan. It shows you exactly what you're up against. Once you have this complete picture, you've taken a massive step forward. You've moved from a vague sense of worry to a concrete understanding of your financial situation. This inventory is not meant to shame you, it's meant to empower you. Now you have the data you need to start making informed decisions. You can see which debts are costing you the most in interest. You can see the full extent of the challenge. And with this knowledge, you can begin to formulate a strategy to attack and eliminate each one of these debts, one by one. Now that you know what you owe, it's time to control where your money is going. This means creating a budget. I call it a written cash flow plan. A budget is not a punishment, it's a tool for freedom. It's you telling your money what to do, instead of wondering where it went. For a budget to work, it needs to be a zero-based budget. This means your income minus all your expenses equals zero. Every single dollar that comes in has a name. It has a job. It's assigned to a specific category before the month even begins. To start, list all your sources of income for the month. This includes your regular paycheck, any side hustle money, or any other income you receive. Get a total income figure. Next, list all your expenses. Start with the four walls: food, utilities, shelter, and transportation. These are your essential needs. Then list all your other expenses: insurance, childcare, clothing, entertainment, and, of course, your debt payments. Be honest and realistic. Look at your past bank statements to see where your money has actually been going. This will help you identify areas where you might be overspending. Identifying your spending triggers is a crucial part of this process. What makes you spend money impulsively? Is it stress, boredom, or social pressure? Maybe it's those targeted ads online or the temptation of a sale. Understanding these triggers will help you create strategies to avoid them. Perhaps you need to unsubscribe from marketing emails or avoid walking through certain stores. Making small changes in your habits can lead to big savings. The goal is to be intentional with every dollar you spend. No more mindless swiping of a card. Once you have your income and expenses listed, you adjust the expense categories until your income minus your outgo equals zero. If you have money left over, assign it to your debt snowball. If you're spending more than you earn, you absolutely must cut expenses. This is non-negotiable. A budget is not a set-it-and-forget-it document. You need to track your spending throughout the month and adjust as needed. At the end of the month, review how you did. This process, done consistently every single month, is the bedrock of your financial turnaround. It's how you take back control. Creating a budget will clearly show you where your money is going. The next step involves making some tough choices. Getting out of debt often requires significant lifestyle adjustments. This means cutting back on non-essential spending. It might mean saying no to things you've become accustomed to. Think about your current lifestyle. Are there things you're paying for that you can live without, at least for a season? This could include expensive cable packages, multiple streaming subscriptions, daily coffee shop visits, or frequent dining out. Every dollar saved is a dollar you can throw at your debt. This is where you need to get gazelle intense. A gazelle running from a cheetah doesn't stop for a snack, it runs for its life. You need that same kind of focused intensity to escape debt. Look at your budget categories and ask yourself hard questions. Do you really need that brand new car, or can you drive something older and paid for? Can you reduce your grocery bill by meal planning and avoiding impulse buys? Can you find free or cheaper ways to have fun, like visiting a park instead of going to the movies? These sacrifices are temporary. They are a means to an end: financial freedom. It's important to communicate these changes with your family, if you have one. Everyone needs to be on board. If your spouse or partner isn't committed to the plan, it will be much harder to succeed. Have an honest conversation about your financial goals and the sacrifices required. Explain why these changes are necessary and what the long-term benefits will be. When everyone understands the why, it's easier to make the how happen. This shared journey can actually strengthen your relationships as you work together towards a common goal. It builds teamwork and mutual respect. Remember, these lifestyle adjustments are not about deprivation forever. They are about making intentional choices for a period of time to achieve a much bigger goal. It's about prioritizing your future financial health over immediate gratification. Think of it as an investment in yourself. The temporary discomfort of cutting back will be far outweighed by the permanent peace and security that comes from being debt-free. This focused effort, this willingness to live differently than your broke friends and neighbors, is what will set you apart and propel you towards your goal of financial freedom. Section 5. Choosing your weapon: debt. Snowball versus debt avalanche strategies. Once your budget is in place and you've freed up some cash by cutting expenses, it's time to attack your debt with a vengeance. There are two popular strategies for paying off debt. the debt snowball, and the debt avalanche. It's important to understand how each one works so you can choose the method that will keep you most motivated. Both methods require you to make minimum payments on all your debts except for one, which you attack with all extra available funds. The difference lies in how you choose which debt to target first. The debt snowball method, which I highly recommend, focuses on behavior and motivation. You list your debts from smallest balance to largest, regardless of the interest rate. You make minimum payments on all debts except for the smallest one. You throw every extra dollar you can find at that smallest debt until it's completely paid off. Then, you take the money you were paying on that smallest debt, including the extra payments, and add it to the minimum payment of the next smallest debt. This creates a snowball effect. As each debt is paid off, the amount you're applying to the next debt grows larger and larger, gaining momentum. The debt avalanche method, on the other hand, focuses purely on mathematics. With this strategy, you list your debts from the highest interest rate to the lowest, regardless of the balance. You make minimum payments on all debts except for the one with the highest interest rate. You attack that high-interest debt with all your extra cash. Once it's paid off, you move to the debt with the next highest interest rate. Mathematically, this method will save you more money on interest over the long run, because you're eliminating the most expensive debts first. However, it might take longer to get your first win, which can be discouraging for some. So, which one is better? While the debt avalanche saves a bit more on interest, personal finance is 80% behavior and only 20% head knowledge. The debt snowball gives you quick wins. Paying off that first small debt, then the next, provides powerful psychological boosts. It keeps you motivated and engaged in the process. Seeing progress early on helps you stick with the plan. For most people, the motivation gained from these quick wins far outweighs the small amount of extra interest paid. The best plan is the one you'll actually stick to, and the debt snowball has a proven track record of helping people do just that. Section 6. Supercharging your payoff, smart ways to increase your income. Cutting expenses is a critical part of getting out of debt, but there's often a limit to how much you can cut. The other side of the equation is increasing your income. Earning more money, even temporarily, can significantly speed up your debt-free journey. Think about any skills or talents you have that you could monetize. Could you offer freelance services in writing, graphic design, or web development? Perhaps you're good at home repairs, tutoring, or pet sitting. Even delivering pizzas or driving for a rideshare service a few nights a week can bring in extra cash to throw at your debt. Look for opportunities to increase your income from your current job. Can you ask for a raise if you've been a valuable employee and can demonstrate your worth? Are there opportunities for overtime hours? Could you seek a promotion or a higher-paying position within your company or in your field? Don't be afraid to explore these options. Sometimes we underestimate our own value in the workplace. Prepare your case, be professional, and see what happens. The worst they can say is no, but if they say yes, it could mean a significant boost to your debt-slaying power. It's important to balance any additional work with your well-being to avoid burnout. Working an extra 20 to 30 hours a week on top of a full-time job is not sustainable long-term for most people. Remember, this intense period of earning extra income is temporary. It's for a season, while you're laser-focused on getting out of debt. Make sure you're still getting enough sleep, eating healthy, and finding small moments for rest and rejuvenation. Communicate with your family about the temporary schedule changes, and make sure you're still connecting with them. The goal is to get out of debt, not to destroy your health or relationships in the process. Think about selling things you no longer need. Most of us have homes filled with stuff we don't use. Go through your closets, attic, garage, and basement. Sell clothes, furniture, electronics, collectibles, or anything else of value. Have a garage sale or use online marketplaces like eBay, Facebook Marketplace, or Craigslist. That old exercise bike collecting dust could become several $100s aimed directly at your smallest debt. This not only brings in extra cash, but also declutters your life. Every dollar you earn from these efforts is another step closer to financial peace. Remember gazelle intensity. Section 7. Arming yourself for success. Essential tools and resources. Embarking on a debt-free journey is a big undertaking, but you don't have to do it alone or rely solely on willpower. There are many excellent tools and resources available to help you track your progress, stay organized, and keep your motivation high. Budgeting apps are incredibly useful. Apps like EveryDollar, which I created, help you implement the zero-based budget easily. You can connect your bank accounts, track spending in real time, and see exactly where your money is going each month. Other popular apps include YNAB, You Need a Budget, or Mint, though I always recommend a hands-on approach to really feel your money. Debt calculators are another valuable tool. These online calculators can help you visualize your debt payoff plan. You can input your various debts, interest rates, and planned extra payments to see how long it will take to become debt-free. Some calculators allow you to compare the debt Snowball versus the debt Avalanche methods, showing you the timeline and interest paid for each. Seeing a projected debt-free date can be incredibly motivating. It turns an overwhelming mountain of debt into a manageable series of steps with a clear finish line in sight. These tools make the abstract concept of debt payoff much more concrete. Financial education websites, podcasts, and books are also fantastic resources. There's a wealth of information available for free or at a low cost. Websites like davaramsey.com offer articles, videos, and tools covering every aspect of personal finance. Podcasts, including The Ramsey Show, provide daily doses of encouragement, practical advice, and stories from people who have successfully gotten out of debt. Reading books on budgeting, investing, and wealth building can expand your knowledge and reinforce good financial habits. The more you learn about managing money wisely, the more confident and capable you'll become. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your finances. Don't underestimate the power of community and support. Joining online forums or local groups focused on financial wellness can provide encouragement and accountability. Sharing your struggles and successes with like-minded individuals can make the journey feel less isolating. You might find a Financial Peace University class in your area, where you can learn practical steps alongside others who are also working to improve their financial lives. Having a support system can help you stay on track when you face challenges or feel tempted to give up. Remember, many people have walked this path before you and achieved financial freedom. You can too. Section 8. Staying the course. How to keep motivated and overcome setbacks. The journey to becoming debt-free is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be times when your motivation wanes or when unexpected setbacks occur. It's crucial to have strategies in place to stay the course. One of the best ways to stay motivated is to keep your why front and center. Why did you decide to get out of debt in the first place? Was it to reduce stress, provide a better future for your family, or gain the freedom to pursue your dreams? Write down your reasons and put them somewhere you'll see them every day, like on your bathroom mirror or refrigerator. This constant reminder will refuel your determination when things get tough. Tracking your progress visually can also be a powerful motivator. Create a debt payoff chart or thermometer for each debt. Color it in as you make payments and watch the outstanding balance shrink. Celebrating small victories along the way is important too. When you pay off a debt, no matter how small, take a moment to acknowledge your achievement. This doesn't mean going out and spending a lot of money. It could be a special home-cooked meal, a family game night, or simply taking a moment to feel proud of what you've accomplished. These small celebrations reinforce positive behavior and keep your spirits high. Setbacks are inevitable. Your car might break down, you might have an unexpected medical bill, or you might slip up and overspend 1 month. Don't let these moments derail your entire plan. The key is not to let a slip become a slide. If you fall off the wagon, don't beat yourself up. Acknowledge the mistake, learn from it, and get back on track immediately with the next paycheck. This is where having a small emergency fund, even while paying off debt, baby step 1, $1,000 starter emergency fund, can be a lifesaver. It prevents small emergencies from turning into new debt. Resilience is key. Remember to be patient with yourself in the process. Getting into debt likely took years, so getting out of it won't happen overnight. There will be sacrifices, and sometimes it will feel like you're not making progress fast enough. But every dollar you pay towards your debt is a step in the right direction. Focus on consistency rather than perfection. Keep making your budget every month, keep attacking your debt with intensity, and keep learning. Surround yourself with positive influences and stories of success. You are changing your family tree, and that is a powerful, motivating thought. Stay focused, stay determined, and you will reach your goal.
I got an idea.
Section 9. Life after debt. Building a secure and prosperous financial future. Congratulations! You've climbed out of the debt pit, the chains are broken, and you are finally free. This is an incredible achievement, and you should be immensely proud. But the journey doesn't end here. Now it's time to shift your focus from debt elimination to building long-term financial security and wealth. The habits you developed while getting out of debt budgeting, living on less than you make, and being intentional with your money are the same habits that will help you build a prosperous future. Don't abandon them now that the immediate crisis is over. The first priority after becoming debt-free, except for the house if you have one, is to build a fully funded emergency fund. This means saving 3 to 6 months of essential living expenses in a readily accessible savings account. This fund is your safety net. It protects you from life's unexpected curveballs, like a job loss, a major medical issue, or a significant home repair. With a fully funded emergency fund, you won't have to go back into debt when these things happen. This provides incredible peace of mind and stability. This is baby step 3 in the Ramsey plan. Once your emergency fund is in place, you can start focusing on other long-term financial goals. This includes investing for retirement. Consistently investing 15% of your household income into tax-advantaged retirement accounts like 401(k)s and Roth IRAs will allow you to build significant wealth over time, thanks to the power of compound growth. If you have children, you might also consider saving for their college education. And of course, if you still have a mortgage, you can begin attacking that with extra payments to become completely debt-free, including your home. That's the ultimate financial peace. Finally, it's crucial to develop a plan to prevent a relapse into debt. Continue to live on a written budget every single month. Avoid lifestyle creep, that tendency to increase your spending as your income or available cash flow increases. Make a commitment to never borrow money again for anything other than perhaps a mortgage if you choose. Use cash for purchases and say no to credit cards. By staying disciplined, continuing to learn about personal finance, and being generous, you can ensure that your debt-free life is a permanent reality. You've worked too hard to go back. Now go out and live and give like no one else.